Hello and welcome to Teach Christ International. Today we're going to do some questions on photography. So here are some photographs. What can you see on the first photograph? Let me know what you're seeing on the second photograph, and on the third one. So on today's questions, the first question was to define a photograph. A photograph is an image that is cast on a photosensitive film. A film that has sensitivity to light. That is what it means. Step 3 uses of photographs. They break classroom monotony. They help to summarize information. They help us to bring reality into the class. You see, like instead of just teaching theory, you're able to bring this into class. It also enables to create inquiry. Someone becomes curious and they want to know why is it that these, for example, cows are feeding under the mountain, on the foot of the mountain. yeah so they can also be used as a record of past events, like how this place was. If we come a year later, we will have found maybe it's changed after they have done the mining. So let me know other uses of photographs that you know. Another question: study the photograph and answer the questions that follow. Identify the type of photograph and give one reason. For example, I can say photograph 1 is a ground close-up. Because it shows the Moran as the main feature with those things which are on the foreground. Photograph 2 is a ground general view, because we can see that items are reducing or diminishing in size from the foreground towards the background. We're able to see the horizon. That's another reason as to why we can say that that is a ground general view. Then we have a ground oblique here, because we are seeing partly part of the items near the camera appearing bigger as the rest appear smaller, and we can see the top of those parts. So hope you're able to answer that. If it was aerial photographs, you also need to provide an evidence. Physical features from the photograph, citing evidence. Like in photograph 1, we can see some hills there. We can see the plains. On photograph 2, we are able to see a mountain. We are able to see the ridges, how it forms into a valley there. Then we have the undulating landscape. Here we're also able to see some cliffs. Name 2 areas in Kenya where the photograph was taken. If it was the first photograph here, it would have been taken from an arid or semi-arid area, like let's say Narok, Isiolo, Samburu, where pastoralism is practiced. It's evidenced by how those cows are, how the guy is dressed. You see, because of the heat, that's why he's dressed that way, and for comfort he's wearing those sandals. This one has been taken from the Kenyan highlands, because you can see the mountain at the background. You can see dairy farm there. The cows are grazing. So then here we are able to see some trees, so it's an evidence that it's on a highland. Then here it's on mining areas around Kenya, so probably where there's quarry of the stones. Estimate the time when the photograph was taken. We usually use the shadows and the side in which they are coming from. Like here we can see probably it was in the evening, because the shadows are behind. Here it could have been in the noon. here, also known because of the short shadows. You can also tell time depending on what you can see at the background. Definitely all these photographs were taken during the day. Yeah, if it was at night, it could be dark, and maybe you could be seeing an illuminating object like the moon or stars. Identify the type of soil found in the area. Like here, what type of soil are we likely to find? We'll find sandy soil. Yeah, because literally we are seeing no vegetation there. So because of the looseness, or rather the high porosity, we find it's not able to sustain. Here we have volcanic fertile soils. That's why they're able to support the growth of pastures to ensure the cows are well fed. And here the type of soil, obviously sandy, because we're seeing rocks, or is it granitic rocks, which have been broken down into sandstone. So we have sandy soils there. Today's lesson, I hope you have enjoyed. Please do subscribe, share, like, also comment. I'd like to know your views, yeah, about this topic. Do you enjoy geography?